All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this live video here on our channel, English with Chris Americos. My name is Christopher Huntley, founder of chrisamericos.com and creator of the English Everyday program, where you can practice speaking English live with native speakers every day. We have multiple lessons every day, and today we're going to be talking about English in 2025. Where is the English language going? How are things changing? These are all important discussions, important topics to think about because things are changing. You've probably heard the word technology and the words AI or artificial intelligence. And a lot of people are talking about this now. It's a very important topic because it's going to change how you learn English, how people teach English. It's going to completely change everything. In 2024, we had a lot of these changes already happening. And today in this video, I'm going to talk with you about the changes that are coming and how that's going to impact you as an English learner, or if you're a teacher, as a teacher too. So this is not only about English, this is about all languages, and it's about really all topics of learning. Everything that you're going to learn is going to be impacted by new technology and changes that we see happening right now. So before we jump in, write in the comments and let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you do and let me know why you are learning English. And for those of you who stay until the end of this live call right now, I'm going to give you a link to join me on Zoom after this. So I'm going to be live here for 15, 20 minutes, and then I'm going to go over to Zoom and we can speak face to face. Okay. So that's just for the people who are going to be here. Join me live. And then in 20 minutes, we go to Zoom. And I'm going to put the link to that Zoom call in the chat right now. Join us live on Zoom. Here's the link. Again, that'll happen when this is finished. Okay. So, first of all, who am I to be talking to you about this? If you've been subscribed to our channel for a while, then you already know who I am. I'm Christopher Huntley. And a long time ago, just in 2009, is when I moved to Russia. I started teaching English there. And then I started my first language center offline there. And then when I moved back to the United States, where I live now, I needed to set up that school online. And so I created an online platform for people to learn English. And I found, after asking hundreds and hundreds of students, that the one thing that everybody really is missing is speaking practice. And unfortunately, on YouTube, you can't speak with me, right? You can just see me, you can just hear me, you can watch and listen, but you cannot speak. That's a problem. And so that's why I created the English Everyday program. I'll tell you more about that later. And if you stay until the end, or if you look in the chat right now, I've put a link to Zoom where after this call, I'm going to speak with you live face to face. Now, after I set up my online platform for learning English called chrisamericos.com, other teachers saw what I was doing. By 2020, we had 4,000 monthly students on our platform. We had about 50 lessons every single day where you could speak with a native teacher. And this was great, right? And other teachers saw what I was doing and they asked for my help setting up their online schools. And so I started coaching other teachers how to do what I had done. And then a couple years later, I started a marketing agency to help them find more students online. And now I consult businesses on how to set up and grow their education platforms and how to attract more clients. And today I'm going to be talking about the big changes that are happening in the world that you need to know about for 2025. And most of them are connected to technology. You know, when I was consulting big companies like Citibank, Coca-Cola, BMW, Unilever, KPMG, um, Mitsubishi, Nestle, these companies wanted my help to understand how to deliver education programs to people. And I learned a lot from them too. I learned a lot about how to work with big teams and why they needed to practice English and use English to get a result. And one of the big things that I see in the world of learning and teaching languages is that most people who are learning a language don't really understand why they are learning it. Really. They'll say things like, English is the most common language in the world. It's an international language. They'll say things like, well, I just want to get more information, and that's why I need English. Or they'll say, I need to get a better job, which is a very clear outcome that they want. Or they'll say a lot of other things. They want to go on vacation and be able to speak with people, meet new people in English, right? And so after talking to thousands and thousands of students, and I've personally taught over 50,000 students, probably closer to 75,000 students personally. I've taught over 20,000 hours of English lessons. And I've taught, if we count YouTube, I've taught millions of students, YouTube and Facebook, where we have big followings of people who have been watching for a long time. Um, and my biggest success is in growing education businesses, where I've created a business that makes multiple millions of dollars. And so a lot of people see that and they think, well, education businesses can't make a lot of money. That's not true. And I'm telling you that because there are really only two reasons that people learn English. Again, I've talked to thousands, I've taught thousands of students, and they all tell me different reasons why they're learning English. But all of those reasons are connected. And I found that there's really only two reasons. The first reason is relationships. They want to create new relationships by meeting new people, or they want to improve existing relationships. So that might be a family member who speaks English, or it might be a colleague or someone at their work they want to have better relationships with. So that's the first reason. A lot of people learn English for relationships. But the second reason that people learn English is to make more money. And sometimes people don't want to admit that. They don't want to say, yes, I'm learning English because I want to make more money. But really, those are the only two reasons: relationships and money. And so there are a lot of people who want to get a better job using English, or they want to go to a better university and then get a better job, or they want to sell internationally, or they want to start a business and have clients who speak English or speak lots of different languages. And so I want you to think while you're listening today about your main reason for learning English. Is it relationships or is it money? It can be both, but those are really the only two reasons. People always will write me and tell me, but Chris, my reason is a little different, but it can always be connected back to one of those two main reasons. And I see a few more people have joined us and are writing in the chat. We have someone from Georgia, and we have someone from Thailand. We have someone, looks like from India. We have someone from Argentina. That's great. In our speaking lessons in the English Everyday program, we have students from all over the world. In fact, they send us videos telling us how great the platform is and how much they've learned. And we have hundreds of students from different countries, I think over 150 countries, who have joined and who have learned through our platform. So for everyone who's here right now, I want to invite you to come over to Zoom in just 10 minutes we're going to start that Zoom call, and you can speak with me face to face. On YouTube, it's kind of hard to practice speaking because I can't see you, I can't hear you. But I'm going to put the link in the chat right now. And you can click that link in 10 minutes, come over and speak with me face to face on Zoom. So, what is changing in the world? In 2024, this year, we've seen a lot of changes. One big change is AI, artificial intelligence. And so people who wanted to practice speaking before, they had to find a teacher. And today, there are a lot of companies that are trying to sell you speak with a robot, right? They create an AI, artificial intelligence robot for you to speak to. And this new technology, it keeps getting better and better and better. And it sounds like a real person. It doesn't make a lot of mistakes. It can understand you, and you can have a conversation with it. So the question that should be in your mind right now is, well, why do I need a teacher if I can just talk to a robot, right? And the first thing that you might think, the first answer that you might give to this is, I don't want to sound like a robot. If I practice speaking with a robot, I'll probably sound like a robot. I won't sound natural, which is definitely a good point to think about. But as this technology improves and continues to improve, I want to focus you on something different. You see, you need to understand the reason that you're practicing speaking English. If you're practicing speaking English to connect with real people, then yeah, it's going to be better to practice with real people. But a lot of times we use English to get a different result, because English should not be your final goal. English is just one step to another goal. It's a tool or an instrument that you use to get something else. That other thing might be a relationship. It might be a job. It might be a business. It might be clients. So you need to understand what your goal is. And then it will be much better for you and easier for you to reach that goal using English. Sometimes I speak with people and they say, oh, my English isn't good enough to get a higher paying job. Usually I find that that's not true. It's the confidence that the person has that is stopping them, because there are other people who are applying to the same job with worse English who have more confidence, who think that their English is good enough for that job. And so if you never apply, you never get the job. And so really what's holding them back is believing that they're good enough. And so in 2025, we're just going to see a lot of improvement with this new technology. There's going to be a lot more opportunities with for you to practice speaking with robots, with computer programs. And a lot of people will do that. But here's the thing. Language and communication is not just about speaking the language. It's not just about the conversation. There's another layer. There's another level here. It's mostly about community. It's mostly about how you connect with people. It's connection and community. And that's why so many people don't want to just speak with robots. That's why so many people don't want to just have a computer program that says words to them and they say them back, because what people are really looking for is real connection with other real people. And so that's why we have our English Everyday speaking program and community. And actually, let me show you that right now. I'm going to try to open up my screen and show you. So hopefully you can see my screen right now. And we are inside of the English Everyday community, where you can have live lessons, you can chat, you can post. And as you can see here, in about an hour, there's another lesson that is starting. You can change the time zone so you can see all of the times in the place that you live. And then you can go through and you can go to all of these lessons. You can join all of them if you want, and you can practice speaking many times every day. You can go down here to the calendar and you can see all of the lessons that are coming up soon. There's also challenges that you can go to and live calls in our platform where you can start a call and anyone who is online at the same time as you can go there and practice with you. Or between the lessons, you can chat with other people who are online. So this is a really great way for you to connect with people, to practice speaking the language, and every lesson is taught by a native teacher. And let me put the link, I'm going to put the link to English Every Day here in the chat for you also. So in the chat, you've got the link to English Every Day. You can go check that out. You can try it for a month. Most people make a lot of progress in the first 7 days. They break the language barrier. They start speaking. They feel more confident and more comfortable to speak with people from all over the world who speak English. And now I want to invite you to continue our conversation over on a live Zoom call where you can speak with me face to face. Like I've said before, YouTube is great for watching and listening, but when you want to speak and practice with a real person, it's not that great. So that's why I'm inviting you to a Zoom call where we can speak face to face right now. In 5 minutes, I'm going to start that Zoom call. So I'm just going to put that link here in the chat one more time. There it is in the chat. And when you click on that link, you'll come over and speak with me live face to face. Okay? So I hope to see a lot of you there so that we can actually speak about this topic and you can tell me why you're studying English and how you think English will change this next year. Thank you so much for watching this live call right now, and I look forward to seeing you over on Zoom. I'm going to start that call in just 4 minutes. So everyone who has the link, it's in the chat. Everyone has the link right now, and you can click that link and join me on Zoom. See you soon.